exactly what the Lord said. You understand? And never did he say money was a part of tithing. These people had money then. They had money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, what's my next precept? So, so today we're dealing with we're giving tithes to a priest or a temple or a pastor of a church building. That's what we're dealing with. Let's take a brief look into the priesthood. That's very important because it's to the quote unquote pastors and priests that were taught or brainwashed to think that we're supposed to give them money. Okay? I just want to bring forth a complete understanding of this. Let's go to Exodus chapter 4. You got a precept?
Yeah, I was trying to get.
All right. You can look for it. I can read through this.
Okay.
Yeah, Exodus chapter 4. Our brother Ra'ach going to get him a precept for this. Yeah, Exodus chapter 4, and we're going to read verse 14. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses, and he said, is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? So Aaron was from the tribe of Levi. Let's keep going. And I know that he can speak well. And also, behold, he cometh forth to meet thee. And when he seeth thee, he will be glad in his heart. Okay, now we got Aaron, who was a Levite. Moses was a Levite. They're brothers. They're both from the progenitor Levi. Jump over to Exodus chapter 27. Exodus chapter 27, and we're going to read verse 21. Because, I introduced Aaron, but now I got to show why it was significant for me to introduce Aaron so you can have this understanding. Verse 21. Exodus 27 and 21. In the tabernacle of the congregation without the veil, which is before the testimony, Aaron and his sons shall order it from evening to morning before the Lord. It shall be a statute forever unto their generations on the behalf of the children of Israel. So, the order here now is that Aaron is going to take the priesthood. And just because you're a Levite don't mean you can be a priest. In order to be a priest, you had to have been birthed from the loins of Aaron himself. So none of Moses' children could have been the priest. Though contrary to popular opinion, Moses wasn't a priest. His brother Aaron was. His older brother, right?
Yeah.
His older brother Aaron was the priest. And every son that Aaron had by wife or wives, I'm not sure about his history, all of them had the capability of being priests and servants within the temple.
Yes.
Okay?
You got that precept too.
Go ahead, where you at?
Also wanted to show that people who try to say that they didn't have money then, and agriculture and farm animals were their money at that time. And that's the reason why they tithe from the land, why they tithe from agriculture, why they tithe for these things, because they didn't have money. That's nonsense. They had money. But tithe was never about money. And we can read that, and I can show you an example. Let's go to Genesis 37 real quick, just to tie in a precept to what he was saying. And this is when Joseph was being rounded up by his brothers. Okay? Genesis 37, and I'm going to start at 26.
I got it.
Okay.
Genesis 37 and 26.
Uh-huh.
And Judah said unto his brethren, what profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood?
What profited us if we just killed Joseph? Read it.
Come, and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites.
Okay.
And let not our hand be upon him.
Uh-huh.
For he is our brother and our flesh.
Mm-hmm.
And his brethren were content.
They were cool with it. Let's sell him then. Let's sell him. Read.
Then there passed by Midianites,
Uh-huh.
merchantmen,
Uh-huh.
and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit,
Uh-huh.
and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver.
For how many?
For 20 pieces of silver.
20 pieces of silver. Not 20 pieces of apples. Not 20 pieces of fruit. Not for 20 goats. Not for 20 bulls. They sold them for 20 pieces of silver. So don't tell us that money doesn't exist at that time. Money did exist. So I just wanted to put a precept on that, what he was saying.
That's all right. I proved the point. I think I covered Exodus 27 already. Let's go to Numbers 18. We're still in the Torah. We done went from Genesis, Leviticus, Exodus. Now we're going to deal in Numbers. And of course, we're going to go to Deuteronomy. Now, if you're not understanding what tithing is after dealing with the Torah, I'm not sure if you're really ready for faith. You understand? Numbers 18. We're going to start reading at verse 20.
Numbers 18 and 20. And the Lord spake unto Aaron.
Unto who?
Aaron.
Aaron, priest. Go ahead.
Thou shalt have no inheritance in their land.
Uh-huh.
Neither shalt thou have any part among them.
Uh-huh.
I am thy part, and thine inheritance among the children of Israel.
Great.
And behold, I have given the children of Levi all the tenth in Israel for inheritance.
Read that again.
I have given the children of Levi all the tenth of Israel for inheritance.
All the children of Levi. See, when the land of Canaan was divided, it was only divided up into 11 parts. The Levites didn't have a part, and that's what he's referring to here. Okay? There's further detail to that, but for the sake of time, we're going to keep rolling. 22.
Neither must the children of Israel henceforth come nigh the tabernacle of the congregation, lest they bear sin and die.
23.
But the Levites shall do the service of the tabernacle of the
The
congregation.
Levites shall do what?
The service of the tabernacle of the congregation.
Could this be what Jacob was talking about? When you build a house here on this stone? Yes. Yes. Then he was saying, I shall bring tithe. So now we're about to get into that a little further. Keep going.
And they shall bear their iniquity. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations, that among the children of Israel they have no inheritance.
Keep going.
Verse 24. But the tithes of the children of
The
Israel,
tithes of the children of Israel. Go ahead.
which they offer as an heave offering unto the Lord,
Uh-huh.
I have given to the Levites to inherit.
So when the other 11 tribes of Israel come to make an offering or a tithe of their seed, their fruit, their animals, you understand? What the Lord has commanded here is that he's commanded these things to be given to the Levites because their full-time job is in the temple. Does this relate to pastors today? We're going to see. Keep going.
Therefore I have said unto them among the children of Israel, that they shall have no inheritance.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Thus speak unto the Levites, and say unto them, When ye take of the children of Israel the tithes which I have given you from them for your inheritance, then ye shall offer up a heave offering of it for the Lord, even a tenth part of the tithe.
Even a 10th part of the tithe? Different. So the tithing was for the Levites. Levites. Today, Haitians. People of Haiti. Okay, so if you want to tithe, shoot it that way. But I'm going to cover that some more, though. Keep going.
Verse 27. And this your heave offering shall be reckoned unto you, as though it were the corn of the threshing floor.
Your heave offering shall be what? This talking about tithing still. It shall be what?
Reckoned unto you, as though it were the corn of the threshing floor,
Corn. Go ahead.
as the fullness of the winepress.
Grapes.
Thus ye also shall offer an heave offering unto the Lord of all your tithes, which you receive of the children of Israel. And ye shall give therefore the Lord heave offering to Aaron the priest.
To Aaron the priest. He taking care of his Levites and priests. Go to verse 30.
Therefore thou shalt say unto them, when ye have heaved the best thereof from it, then it shall be counted unto the Levites as the increase of the threshing floor, as the increase of the winepress.
So when you come to the Levites, is their increase of seed and fruit, which, like, in a couple verses earlier, it was talking about corn, but at the same time, that could be any kind of seeds, any kind of vineyards, any kind of fruits. The threshing floor is where things grow from the earth, and you got to till it, thresh it. We read 30 already.
Yes.
Read 30, 31.
And ye shall eat it in every place.
Hold on, you shall eat the money that you pay 10% from your check. Read that verse.
And ye shall eat it in every place, ye and your household, For it is your reward, for your service is the tabernacle of the congregation.
So the food, the 10% of the food, the wine that the children of Israel is bringing to the Levites, he's saying right here, this is your wages for the service you're doing. This is what I'm giving you for working for me, because they perform daily sacrifices. You understand? They atone for the sins of Israel. There's many detailed work that goes along with the tabernacle, and trust me, a study is coming. A study is coming for it. We're still in the Torah. Let's jump over to Deuteronomy, chapter 12. Still in the Torah. And already right now, majority of you watching, you already have an understanding of what tithing is. And we halfway through. Whether you trust me on that or not, I don't know. Deuteronomy 12, read verse 5 through 7.
Deuteronomy 12, verse 5. But unto the place which the Lord your power shall choose out of all the tribes to put his name, there even into his habitation shall ye seek, and thither thou shalt come. And thither ye shall bring your burnt offerings, and your sacrifices, and your tithes,
And your what?
And your tithes,
Read.
and heave offering of your hand, and your vows, and your free will offering, and the firstling of your herd, and of your flock.
Hold on, the firstlings of your herd and of your flocks? Keep that firstlings in mind. We're going to cover that. We're going to get into that one real heavy. Read 7.
And there ye shall eat before the Lord your power, and ye shall rejoice in all that ye put your hand unto, ye and your household, wherein the Lord thy power hath blessed thee.
So you're going to eat from these tithes. You don't have to go to the grocery store with the money they gave you. You should be able to eat what was given you. Verse 11.
Verse 11. Then there shall be a place which the Lord your power shall choose to cause his name to dwell there. Thither shall ye bring all that I command you, your burnt offering, and your sacrifices, your tithes, and your heave offering of your hand, and all of your choice vows which ye vow unto the Lord.
Read verse 17.
Thou mayest not eat within thy gates the tithe of thy corn.
The tithe of what?
Thy corn.
Go ahead.
Or of thy wine.
The tithe of what?
Thy wine.
Go ahead.
Or of thy oil.
The tithe of what?
Of thy oil.
Go ahead.
Or the firstling of thy herd.
Firstlings. Go ahead.
Or thy flock. Nor any of thy vows which thou vowest, nor thy free will offering, or heave offering of thy hand.
This is getting very interesting. Let's jump to verse 28.
Verse 28. Observe and hear all these words which I command thee, that it may go well with thee, and with thy children after thee forever, when thou doest that which is good and right in the sight of the Lord thy power.
When I do which is good. So, if the Bible describes tithing this way, and we do it another way, can it be considered good? I seriously doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Let's keep going, because it gets even better. We're going to read. Hold on, did we read that already? I think I overlooked something. No, I didn't. Let's go to Deuteronomy 18. and 1.
Deuteronomy 18 and 1. The priests and the Levites and all the tribes of Levi shall have no part, no inheritance with Israel. They shall eat the offering of the Lord, made by fire, and his inheritance. Therefore shall they have no inheritance among their brethren. The Lord is their inheritance, as he hath said unto them. And he shall be the priest, and this shall be the priest due from the people, from them that offer a sacrifice, whether it be ox or sheep, and they shall give unto the priest the shoulder and the two cheeks and the maw.
Verse 4.
The first fruit also of thy corn, of thy wine, of thy oil, and of the first of the fleece of thy sheep shalt thou give him.
Let's precept that real quick. Go to Proverbs chapter 3. Because in often conversations, when I'm talking to Catholics or Christians, or if you're someone of understanding, a Catholic Christian,